Hello and welcome everyone. This is Njm1983 bringing you another Fleet Ops audio commentary. Today I get the pleasure of bringing you a 2v2 on Playground between Njm and Ton, or the Undying Nephalim, and Clintsat and Ray320. So, getting this party started, we have Njm as the Red Klingons, his partner in crime this evening as the Purple Dominion is the Undying Nephilim, our Ton. Over here, the Orange Romulans is Ray320, and his teammate for the evening as the White Klingons, Clintsat. So everyone doing just sort of the normal startup stuff. So while we're waiting on folks to do that, let's take a look around this map. Now, Playground is actually a 5-player map. It's got several derelicts scattered around. These, for the most part, an observer can actually control these, so be careful which observers you trust, as they can do a lot of fun things with some of these derelicts. And the 5th starting position, this is a 5-player map, is right around in here somewhere. And so there's this extra expansion that can be fought over. There's also the lovely OOS wormhole sitting around here somewhere. Yeah, right there. That would normally go all the way back over here. So let's take a look at what the Klingons are doing at the moment. They are pumping out, looks like some Borels, and field research coming up, so we are probably looking at Cavorts, followed by Quebec classes. His teammate, the Romulans, are pumping out a Rian here, and otherwise just getting things set up. So we'll see how this goes. So the Research Institute will allow him to go Lavals and also give him phase plates, which is a nice decent starting position, decent starting strat for the Romulans. Over here, the Dominions are doing a fast expand down into the Tritanium, and we'll see how that works out for them. They are Breen. You do see the Breen battleship here, the Breen cruiser, in production. A little bit of stop production going on here. And then up here, the Klingons are going Cavorts. So straight up Cavorts. We might also see a second field yard just to pump out the extra Cavorts in order to make up for the lack of production, because you can only produce it out of one of these yards. I would also expect perhaps that the Klingon shield-breaking torpedo get researched, so these Cavorts get an extra little bit of DPS, which is quite nice. And so far, we do see the Quebecs over here in the White Klingons. Clintsat making good on that promise there. Has Cavorts and Quebecs, with also probably their research on the way as well. He does have a Borel. This Borel has manual targeting, which is this guy, which will allow him to do a little bit of cloak detect on his Klingon adversary. In the meantime, Ray is doing a little bit of scouting over here, is going to find the Dominion are slightly overextended. They are trying to put up a construction yard here. This will give him his proxy construction yard. And at the same time, Ray is also doing the same thing, expanding over into his dilithium. Now, this could very well this is just his natural expansion. There's a shared expansion here that his teammate Clintsat is making use of. So we'll see how this works out in the long run. The Dominion do have their Ketracell synthesizer up quite early, so that is 600 dilithium. That is a little bit unexpected, as that will cut into his ship production a little bit early on. We do see some bugs coming out, give him a little bit of firepower on the board at least, as he is making heavy use of his expansion time. In the meantime, we'll take a look at what Ray is checking out over here. He has scouted this extra construction yard, which did get finished. You'll notice that the constructor got turned over into a miner, which is a good Dominion player will do. And over here, the Romulans have not amassed enough forces in order to challenge that. Pumping out a Laval in the meantime. And here we can see that Nephalim is scouting out the Romulans, at least in the meantime. He's got a little bit of intel going on. Klingons are each scouting each other, and the Klingons are each battling each other. So Cavort versus Cavort, Quebec, and a Burrell, at least a pair of them. And this 3 versus 2 is not going well for this Klingon here. The red here as NJM is getting a little bit tagged. This one Burrell is trying to get out of there. Clintsat doing just almost near perfect micro there. Well, not perfect, but at least good micro there, as he does manage to take down one of those Cavorts. And so in the meantime, he is just going to basically bug out. You'll notice that his ships all have basically cycled through their shields effectively, and they are just now running back and going to get a little bit of repair going on. This Cavort, NJM, chasing them off a little bit. But a loss for NJM here. Losing a Cavort this early will actually cuts his forces in half. He'll only be getting his 3rd Cavort out here very shortly. Let's take a look down here. The bugs are moving in on Ray's expansion. Ray doesn't quite see it yet. Ray is going to try to move his support ship. This Laval was an excellent counter versus these bugs. These bugs will do almost nothing to it. He does lose a vessel, one of his mining vessels out of it, as his a little bit of ranking up going on here. This Rian here does have its faceplates researched. Bugs losing their life as a little bit of Ram getting taken on. Oh, I don't know why this guy moved away. Had the drop on that ship, and we're back up in here. Looks like Clintsat not going to give NJM a moment's rest, pumping out his 4 ships to this 2, and these Klingons do have the drop. They're going to drop on this Burrell. All they need to do is just take out the Burrell. As it is, this Burrell is going to manage to waltz out of there. Now it is turn for the red Klingons here. NJM, ooh, a little bit missed micro on his part here, finding himself, way in the wrong place. This Klingon needs to cloak and run. This is not a good spot for this. Ooh, NJM gonna get toasted here. The best he can hope at is a safe cloak out if he can manage it. Otherwise, Katinga on its way, trying to give a little bit of extra firepower, save this. Oh, that lower defense on the Katinga, giving this Cavort just a half hair longer to live. Don't know that it's going to make it all the way back. It might actually. Oh, that Katinga actually just saved this Cavort. Managed to get him to cloak out and get a little bit of a repair going on here. Another Cavort on its way, as well as a Quebec class. Klingon versus Klingon here. This is not going well for NJM. And these early ships by Clintsat are really putting the pressure on NJM. NJM has just a simple constructor down here that is really vulnerable. Now we're going to take a look down here as the bugs are trying to pressure the Romulans again. These 3 bugs are in not a good position as these Lavals and these Rians burn through these guys again. Oddly enough, they have not managed to do very good as far as targeting the right ships. This one bug needs another shot on it, and it's going to get it, and that guy is down. These Rians need to toggle their faceplates, would allow them a little bit extra, just a little bit extra what they needed. If they get a couple more shots off, they might be able to take this guy. Oh, and they are not. Oh, they might. Will they? no, sometimes at the very, very end you can just take out a ship as it is hanging out in the star yard, but as it is, that's not going to happen here. So Ray going to move out quite smartly here. Back up here, the Klingons look like they have been pressuring the other Klingons. So red versus white here. Looks like they probably got that constructor just coming in on the tail end of that explosion. Ray doing a decent job of getting his forces up, managing to expand if he can hold this, as the bugs do try to move in on him. However, this is a good 2 moon pairs for the Romulans as they are pumping out the Lavals. Let's see what the... Still doing lots of bugs. The bugs are going to be countered heavily by the Lavals. So Undying Nephalim needs to back away from those. Now, this guy should do better damage against the Lavals than the bugs, at least. Let's see what type of fleet he's got going for him. He's doing dampening missiles, which I believe is this cruiser's special. He does have to watch out. He's only got 4 ships here. And the Romulans here are going to be able to sort of quick burn these things down, take a couple bug shots, and then run away. And that looks exactly like what they're going to do. They're just trying to get some bug kills. They don't really have to take on this Marine cruiser immediately. Bug kill goes down. That's all they really needed. So this guy needs to go repair. Ray needs to repair this guy really quickly. If he doesn't, he's going to end up taking more losses than he needs. He's got a really good thing going on here. A little bit of ram on the Laval. Whoa, looks like a double ram somewhere as the Marine cruiser tries to make his escape. And this will end this little bit. This Laval looks like he's going to bug out, going to get a little repair. As the Klingons, woo, a little bit of cloak going, cloak v cloak. As they decloak, trying to take out that constructor. We'll see if NJM is going to turn right back around and burn these guys from behind. They did wait a little bit too long. They are going to probably take out this Brel really quickly. There's a Quebec class taking a lot of hit. Not the greatest target, as it has a lot of good defense. But they do need to get the kill. They did get the kill, but a Cavort losing its life in the process. Oh, and Clintsat with the superior forces able to get more kills out of this. And so Clintsat's early Quebec and Cavort strategy straight out of the bat has really paid off for him, as NJM trying to do a little bit of catch-up here. However, Clintsat taking a couple extra shots from that starbase that he really doesn't need to take. This could, cause him to turn around really shortly and go a little bit repair, giving NJM a little bit of reprieve. Back down on the bottom, effectively this is sort of a 2 1v1 games shaping up here, as neither team has done a lot of support for their teammate. Not that that's a bad thing. That just means everyone's kind of all in and being active. Everyone's seeing the front line so far. So here comes the Romulans looking to get some early mining kills, and they are going to get some uncontested kills here, and that'll give them a little bit more ranking up. This one Laval, notice that it has almost none of its specials research. That would be really good, getting a little bit of a auto repair is a great little thing that makes this guy really, really useful. Ooh, Metaphasic Disruptor burning down a miner. And we'll see how this one Marine cruiser likes the Lavals. Ooh, as the Metaphasic Disruptors come in and enforce, this cruiser going to do a quick repair. As three more Marine cruisers make their way into the fray.